אשר בו יעלו שדי, איי 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 איי, יעלו שדי, וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי, איי 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 איי, אז ירננו כל עצי יער, 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 יעלו שדי, וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי, איי 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 איי, יעלו שדי, וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי, איי 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 איי, אז ירננו כל עצי יער, אז ירננו כל עצי יער, אז ירננו כל עצי יער, אז ירננו כל עצי יער. יעלו שדי, וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי, איי 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 איי, יעלו שדי, וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי, איי 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 איי, אז ירננו כל עצי יער, 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 יעלו שדי, וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי, איי 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 איי, יעלו שדי, וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי, איי איי שלום, טובה וברכה, חיים, חן וחסד ורחמים, שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חיים, חן וחסד ורחמים, שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חיים, חן וחסד ורחמים, שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חיים, חן וחסד ורחמים.
Well, good evening, everyone. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome to our Zoom Siyyum for this Monday evening. Hope you're all doing well out there. Nice to see those of you who are with us here on Zoom. I'm going to check in a second, see who's with us on Facebook. But in the meantime, we're going to open up with a little bit of music, and then we can have some check-in, okay? I'm just pushing the magic button there. There we go. So let's see what we can come up with. A little higher, I think. Oh, hallelujah, 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 amen. Hallelujah, 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 amen. Behold how good it is to be together. Mother, father, sister, brother, neighbor, and friend. Reaching out, find a way, building bridges for tomorrow. Holding hands, making peace, begins with us today. Hallelujah, 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 amen. Hallelujah, 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 amen. Hine, hine, matov, umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine, hine, matov, umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 amen. Hallelujah, 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 amen. Hallelujah, hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah, hallelujah, amen. How good it is for all of us to be together. Just before we get started, I want to mention also that you heard a little Nava Tehillah as our warm-up music tonight. Alo Sadai, followed by Sim Shalom. Great bunch of folks in Israel. If you're ever in Yerushalayim, if you ever travel to Israel, please consider checking them out for Shabbat, a wonderful community led by Rabbi Ruth Gan Kagan. Speaking of rabbis, ours is still on the road, so he won't be joining us tonight. He is due back late tomorrow, so hopefully he'll be with us on Wednesday. And just want to see if anybody out there would like to say any words of howdy do. I see we have Vivan and Simon, we have the Foxes. Anybody have anything to share? Rory, you want to say hi? Oops. Yvonne, if you're talking, you're muted. I can't hear you. So,
Sorry, she's also got
you
problems.
want
Why
to
don't-
take a moment to swallow first, Aurora, or you ready? Oh, there's the row. The Ronan. Oh, my speaker went off. I have to turn it on so I can hear you. Hold on, Ronan.
Are you trying to say knock?
Knock, knock. Who's there? Ronan. Rabbi Cantor. Who's there?
They Cantor who?
Cantor who?
Pizza today. I'm eating pizza for dinner.
Yay, pizza. We like pizza.
We made it today.
You made it? You made it today?
We made it today.
What did you make? Did you make the dough?
Yes, with my dad. I did almost all of it right. And I have a happy face. I have a happy.
You designed a little happy face on your pizza?
Happy
Yeah.
face pizza. Wow.
And did mommy make
I hear mushrooms make really good eyes.
I
Either that or jalapenos.
No, mommy, what you said.
Something that I did not have on my pizza growing up. I didn't do that.
Only on my pizza. Because I only really like pepperoni on pizzas.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. All right, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Huh?
last thing?
Knock, knock.
Yvonne, we
Hi, Lonnie.
harvested our pluots, and I wanted to tell you that last week. I thought
Oh,
you might.
very cool. Yeah, I think we have a plum tree that it was very productive this year. So
Oh,
I think
do
it's
you? That's
not a
so-
bad year for fruit trees.
No, not a bad year for fruit trees.
Can I tell you?
We have to be grateful for the rain we had. That was a nice surprise this
That was
morning.
incredible.
That was,
Can
yeah, amazing.
Can I tell you knock knock silk?
Okay, go ahead, Aurora. Ready? Do I go knock knock or you go knock knock?
I go knock knock. Knock knock.
Wait, but that means like who's there? Okay, you ready?
Cut the hair.
Enter who? Enter who? Enter who? Feels like that should have been a 80s British TV show. Cantor who? All right. Well, great to see you all. Anybody else here want to check in and have something to say? I'm going to give. Let's see. Who do we have here on the Book of Face? Let's see. We have Nancy and Ellen and Kylie and Rita and Adele. So shalom and erev tov to all of you. And I actually have not a formal story today, but a bunch of little stories. And I thought it would be appropriate for us to learn something about Jewish Olympians, since a lot of us are glued to the TV watching the Olympics. So let's learn something about Jewish Olympians in history. Does that sound like a good idea? Okay, the first one that we're going to learn is actually somebody I know. I got to meet when I worked at Stephen S. Wise, and I helped his son become bar mitzvah. And that is probably the most famous Jewish Olympian, swimmer Mark Spitz, who won 7 gold medals in the Munich Olympics in 1972. Obviously, Spitz's historic achievement at the Games was overshadowed by the tragedy that would come in the days that followed. Regardless, it cannot be discounted that for the next 36 years, Mark Spitz, in all his mustachioed glory, held the record for the most gold medals at an Olympic Games until Michael Phelps won 8 at the '08 Games in Beijing. Even more impressively, every win set a world record in that event. Here's what Mark Spitz had to say about one of the after effects of his winning all those medals. When I went to the Olympics, I had every intention of shaving my mustache off, but I realized I was getting so many comments about it, and everybody was talking about it, that I decided to keep it. I had some fun with a Russian coach who asked me if my mustache slowed me down. I said no. As a matter of fact, it deflects the water away from my mouth. It allows my rear end to rise and makes me bullet-shaped in the water. and that's what allowed me to swim so great, he said. He's translating as fast as he can for the other coaches, and the following year, every Russian male swimmer had a mustache. Aaron, you could be an Olympic swimmer if you keep going the way you're going there. Just saying. How about the Flato cousins? They won 5 gold medals between them at the first modern Olympic Games back in Athens in 1896. Alfred and Gustav Flato were already accomplished German gymnasts by the time they qualified for the 1896 Games, but it was there that their talents were on full display on the world's biggest stage. Both took home the gold as part of the winning team parallel bars and team horizontal bars competitions, and Alfred won an individual gold in parallel bars. Both cousins were unceremoniously booted from their positions in German gymnastics in 1936, and both perished in the Theresienstadt concentration camp. Ladies and gentlemen, there's Carrie Strug. She got a gold medal winning performance on the vault in Atlanta in 1996. She won a bronze in the 92 Games in Barcelona, but she's best known for her performance at the 96 Games in Atlanta, where she provided audiences with one of the more recognizable moments in American Olympic history. Limping to the vault after a bad landing during an earlier qualifier, she needed a high score for the American team to win the gold in team all-around. Struggling to walk, she scored a 9.712, securing the American victory on an ankle that was later revealed to have a third-degree lateral sprain and tendon damage. Then she hugged Bela Karolyi. I remember that. Irving Jaffe became the first Jew to win the gold medal at the Winter Olympic Games in Lake Placid in 1932. The first games were held in 1924, but it wasn't until 1932 that speed skater Irving Jaffe, an American Jew, won 2 gold medals at Lake Placid. Jaffe, who recalled signs at Lake Placid that read, "No dogs or Jews allowed," and anecdotally, my parents honeymooned in Lake Placid, and they were not allowed to stay at certain hotels, so I know that to be true. I worked up there for the 1980 Olympics. And let's just say I received a lot of looks. Irving Jaffe won both the 5,000 and 10,000 meter races, winning the latter by throwing himself over the finish line to narrowly edge out 2 other skaters. His life was a roller coaster ride, but he was forced to pawn his medals during the Depression. He worked at Grossinger's as the winter sports director and appeared in ads for Camel cigarettes, and he grew up playing baseball with Hank Greenberg. Agnes Coletti won 6 medals in gymnastics to cap off a 10-medal career in Melbourne in 1956. Coletti, a Hungarian Jew, escaped the advancing Nazis during World War II, purchasing papers and working as a maid in a rural town. Just a few years later, she won her first gold in gymnastics at the 52 Games in Helsinki, with a silver and 2 bronze medals for good measure. However, it was at the 56 Games in Melbourne where she truly shined, winning 4 golds along with 2 more silvers. Meyer Prinstein became the first American Jew to win gold in Paris 1900. Born in Poland, Prinstein moved to Syracuse in 1883, where he later attended Syracuse University and obtained his law degree. He also happens to be a preternaturally gifted jumper, and in the 1900 Games in Paris, he won the gold in the triple jump, an event he'd also win at the 04 Games in St. Louis. His career was not without controversy, however. At the Paris Games, Prinstein was given the silver in the long jump after being deceived by another competitor, Alvin Kreiselein. Syracuse officials tried to bar their students from competing on a Sunday in line with the Methodist beliefs of the school, knowing that the 2 jumpers had an informal agreement that they would not compete on a Sunday, as Kreiselein was a Christian. Kreiselein, however, went ahead and competed that day anyway, out-jumping Prinstein and taking the gold. Prinstein, according to some sources, punched Kreiselein in the face. Sports. And finally, Ali Raisman dominated, winning 2 gold medals in London in 2012 and also won medals in 2016. and one of the most accomplished gymnasts in the world. She was part of the legendary Fierce Five at the 12 Games in London, where the team also won the artistic team all around. She also won an individual gold in floor exercise, dancing to Hava Nagila, and a bronze in the balance beam. And one other Jewish-related sports story that is relevant today. The Hughes brothers of Orlando, Florida have become the first American family to have 3 siblings drafted in the first round of the NHL annual NHL hockey draft. Luke Hughes became the 3rd brother in this hockey-playing family, Jewish family, to be drafted in the first round of the NHL draft. The New Jersey Devils picked the 17-year-old defenseman 4th overall in last Friday's selections, making the Hughes brothers of Orlando, Florida, the first American family to have 3 siblings drafted into the NHL. Jack, a center, was first chosen overall by the Devils in 2019, earning the distinction as the first Jewish player ever taken number 1. A year later, oldest brother Quinn went to the Vancouver Canucks with the 7th pick, and their athletic prowess isn't so surprising considering their genes. Their mother, Ellen Weinberg Hughes, played ice hockey, soccer, and lacrosse at the University of New Hampshire. Later, she was a member of the U.S. women's hockey team at the 1992 Women's World Championships, where she was named a tournament all-star and helped Team USA take home the silver medal. And that's the sporty news for this evening. So I think we will move to our Siyyum. And Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Ba'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right, O Adonai. Amen. Amen, amen. Amen, amen. Amen. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom, L'Shalom. Ve'amidenu Shomreinu L'Chaim. Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha, Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha. Amen. Let's see, just a couple announcements for you adult Jewish learning fans and those of you specifically who are interested in the recent developments in Eretz Israel, in the land of Israel, and the new government that has taken hold there. Please join us on the Adult Jewish Learning Zoom link for Professor Gary Gilbert's scholarly analysis and discussion on that topic this coming Wednesday evening, immediately following Zoom Siyyum at 7:15 on the Adult Jewish Learning channel. If you need any information about that, please check our weekly emails, our Thursday emails, the TBI Temple update for the Zoom link. And you can always reach out either to tbi@tbipomona.org or call the Temple or email me at cantor@tbipomona.org if you need any information. And if you are a family who has Beit Sefer age children, please join us on Thursday evening, the 29th at 7:30 p.m. for a very important discussion on some of the innovations and changes we are making in our Beit Sefer program starting this fall. You'll get to meet Rabbi Adam Lutz, who is a visionary who's put something very special together that TBI looks forward to being a part of. Rabbi Adam was a teacher in our school when he was still a student at Hebrew Union College. So he knows us and we know him, and we're very excited to be partnering with him. And other than that, we have our regular Shabbat services, both family and congregational services, online only this coming Friday evening, regular times of 6:30 and 7:30. I don't think anyone else is online who can offer any announcements. Let me just check one more time on Zoom and see anyone else has joined us that we can say hi to. Let's see, I think it's pretty much the same crew, at least the ones that I can see in my chat. If you join us online, please don't hesitate to put your name in the chat, just so we know that you are there and we can say hello. And with that, I think we're going to close. We have a TBI board meeting starting in just a couple minutes I'd like to be a part of, so I'm just going to do something very quick to say good night and lehitra erev tov to everybody. Shalom chaverim, shalom chaverim, shalom, shalom, lehitraot, lehitraot, shalom, shalom, shalom chaverim, shalom chaverim, shalom, shalom, lehitraot, lehitraot, shalom, 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 shalom. Erev Tov, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and have a great day. And good night to the Foxes. Good night, Simon and Yvonne, and good night to everyone on Facebook. We look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Knock, knock. Knock, knock.